everybody, Natalie here. Thanks for joining me on A Cherry on Top's But First Let Me Scrap a Selfie YouTube hop. I'm glad that you're here with us today. The design team thought that scrapping selfies would be a great way for you to get to know our new team. So here is mine, and this page is going to contain everything I love, which is mixed media, new trends, rainbows, and a little bit of rustic sparkle. That's Natalie in a scrapbooking nutshell. So I am scrapping this picture of me from my recent birthday, and I'm putting gesso on my page. This paper is from Crate Paper and the A Cherry on Top store, obviously. And then I get in there with my fingers and get really messy. I like to get messy. I'm definitely not a perfectionist. Nothing is perfect that I do. And next I'm going to do my mixed media, which I want the colors to correspond to the Simple Stories rainbow pattern paper. So I spread texture paste on using this fun little cross stencil, and I'm using Ranger texture paste here. It's super thick and creamy, and drying it off. And I was going to use Heidi Swapp Shine there that I have out, and I do end up using those for splatters, but I decided that I'd be able to mix the colors more accurately to the paper with my little watercolor kit over here. So I do that. I mix my colors and I put it on some plastic and I smoosh it around there and get it in different varying levels of depth and color here. And I'll use the smooshing technique and the messy roll of paper towel over everything technique as well. And this paper is so thick and luxurious. With the gesso, it held up super fabulously. Nothing got warped really or went through the paper at all, which was fabulous. So I did a coral. I'm going to do a little bit of orange, then a yellow, then a tiny bit of lime green. There's not much in the paper. And then a blue down there at the bottom. And I do apologize, I'm going to have to get my tripod fixed because I think my phone case is too heavy and it's weighing down the tripod here. But here I am just doing my mixed media magic. I'm all about the messy. The messier the better. There's definitely some Bob Ross takeaways here because there are no mistakes. Everything could be turned into art here. So we have the full spectrum, and now we're going to add our splatter because I definitely am at the point where I can't even create a page without splatter. So for my theme for my page is using a meme that you'll see online recently when people say, I was today years old when I found this out. So I'd use that and decided to use things from my childhood and things from now, both of which that would be telling of my age. And there'll be a close-up on the journaling there at the end that will let you know about what age I am, although I will put the age on the page as well. So I want to use a new trend that I see a lot of 3D paper. So I split the page in half and I rough up the edges because that's me, the rustic bit. And then I'm going to use my scoreboard here to score the paper. And I'm going to kind of fold it into a fan, which again should be on my page because I made fans all the time when I was little. Did you guys do that, or is that just me? I don't know. So here I am, and I'm just folding the paper accordion style into a little fan, and I want it to flare out at either end. So I put it atop the mixed media, and the paper, the colors correspond fabulously. It's a little tall, so I'm going to snip off the ends so it would fit nicely to hold up my picture and fit on the page well. So of course we'll do that in a messy manner as well. And there it goes. So off camera, I use my typewriter to type up the journaling, and I'm going to adhere it to the same rainbow paper in the same spaces. I want it to correspond with the colors and line up. So real quick, I'll read the journaling to you. It says, I am, don't dare rearrange my grocery store. Coffee is a drug. Have a usual nail color. I knew Billy Ray the first time he was cool. Phone on D&D by 9:30. Those black plastic chokers don't quite look the same on this neck. Let's stay in. Gets really excited that caboodles are back. Can't sleep past 7. Under eye concealer makes me look like another woman, years old. and that would be 34. But I can still use Snapchat with the best of them, right? So here, I'm gonna adhere the accordion to the page, and I use a ton of glue and tape. And I go through my die cuts, and I really want to make Pink Fresh Studio work, but the travel theme just doesn't work. But I find most of my die cuts from Studio Calico and Vicky Booten work really well with this layout. And I found a few great layering pieces for under my photo. And I'm just playing around to see how best they would go under that photo. And I also pull out my puffy stickers from Momenta. Unfortunately, I don't have the camera rolling when I adhere those, but there'll be a time here later where I do show you a good example of how I just color blocked and put them where the corresponding colors were. When you have this amount of mixed media, you definitely have to use a ton of adhesive. So I doubled up. I used the tape glider and I used glue, and I'm super impatient, but you do need to let the glue dry for a really long time to get it to stick. And so you'll see it slip sliding around, but eventually I let it glue dry for a really good amount of time. So I'm adhering all the journaling strips down the page corresponding to the color paper. And there it is. And I use these Fancy Pants little circle alphas to finish off the title. Adhering all the rest of my tags and little die cuts to the corresponding color. So I'm so glad to be with these talented ladies here on Cherry on Top. I hope that you've really enjoyed everyone's projects. They're all gorgeous. I really still can't believe I'm in such a dream team. I can't get enough. Down below in the description of the video is the blog hop. You can go back and see anybody you missed, and the next person on the list is Sarah, so make sure you hop over there, and you need to drop a comment, and the Cherry on Top will give away a $25 gift card to a lucky commenter, as well as 1,000 cherry points. And there's so many fun activities going on today and this whole weekend in the message boards over on a Cherry on Top, and so many fun contests and giveaways. So you guys all need to be checking that out in between your scrappy breaks. And we're back here, and you can see I added all the puffy stickers here, and I'm sorry I didn't have the camera rolling, but you can see they're just interspersed there among the colors. And puffies and a little, that one is from Simple Stories there. So then I'm almost done, and I'm like, oh wait, we need more splatter, because we always need more splatter, don't we? Oh, and the age, obviously, because even though the journaling tells you how old I am, I'm not going to leave you guessing. More splatter, and I'm 34. So thanks for hopping along, you guys, and I really appreciate you. If you don't mind following me, I got a lot of catching up to do with my fellow design team members, and good luck. I hope you win the giveaway.